All right, guys, so the last few episodes, we've been working on some Chevys and getting some things done, if I do say so myself. We're going to keep that going, and this is something I've been waiting for, well, I know you guys are waiting for it, so just imagine how long I've been waiting for it. Stick around, find out which one of these Chevys I'm actually talking about. Both of them. That's right. We're messing with both these trucks. And when I say messing with, I mean we're actually just going to move this guy. And that'll be the first time it moves with her new shoes right there. So that's something, right? As far as what I've been waiting for, you guessed it, guys. This guy is finally going to go and get some reconstructive surgery done. So she'll be as beautiful as she once was. Not that she's not now, she just needs a little help. So last time we messed with this guy, we woke her up from her couple-year slumber. Had a couple comments saying how strong that thing's. Guys, this motor is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Runs great. And she just needs a little nap. Now she's ready to go. She don't want to stop. So over here in our parts department, we got a new master cylinder. Nakamoto. That should work on a Chevy, right? I hope so, because that's all we got, and that's all I could find. So, get this hood opened up, and well, I guess we'll start by draining the fluid out of the thing that don't want to go nowhere. Yeah, that's where we'll start. Guys, we got it removed. Here she is with all right, and let's see what the old Nakamoto looks like. Pretty much looks just like it. That's good, because that's kind of what we're going for. It's got a plastic, and make sure she's like dead on balls accurate, you know?
Dead on balls accurate?
It's an industry term.
I wanted to show you guys this, so I think I was pretty correct. How do you mean pretty correct? You're either correct or you're not. All right. I think I was right. All right. Look at this. That's nasty. And yeah. I was pulling this cap off to make sure everything looks the same. We don't want it to look exactly the same, because that is not good in there, huh? Yep. That's, I don't know what that is. Right here. It's pretty much why it don't work, you know what I'm saying? But, well, this piston's kind of where it should be. The other one's non-existent at this point in the game. It's like stuck in there. So we'll clean this guy out, because we've got to reuse this. But guys, other than this guy being on this side and this one being on this side, it's exactly the same. You got a little bleeder port there. That's where the only line goes in right there. And I'll put you down for a second. Show you a little something here, because let me adjust you. There you go. think we can kind of just, yeah. Ugh. Now, guys, she's exactly the same. So there you go. Ah, I see why I did it that way. It kind of hits it. Oh, no, that's the bottom of that right there. That's all she goes. So we're going to put it back the other way, guys. I like it a little better that way. But I just want to show you that this doesn't mean nothing. How many more times am I going to do it before I break it? I think this is the last one. Yeah, see, it makes more sense. She gets all the way out of the way. Because you know it's this here. All right. We'll leave it like that. Bam! I know we talk about this all the time, but it's so important, guys. Clean everything out before you put it back on. This is, I mean, it looks like it's brand new. And look at that. Made in USA. I think that was the original one. And what is it? 65. So 25. Carry the 3. There's not a 3. It's 60 years old. So we can't get mad about it. This guy here, made in Taiwan. How long you guys think it's going to last? As long as it gets us to and from the shop at this point, I don't care. But I think it'll be all right, honestly. It looks the same. Decent quality. Looks like it. Now, this is important. There's all those stereotypes. Guys don't read the directions. I was just about to start bench bleeding this thing. Luckily, I did not. So, now we know. We'll throw her back on. All right, guys, I want to show you this. My neighbor was cutting his grass, so I just time-lapsed through taking it off. And I wasn't sure I was going to go. But this is how it all came apart. Yeah, there's some crap on the rod there. Who cares, right? Everything just came right apart. This actually spins as it's supposed to. Because 51,000 mile California truck. Even when it was here in Maryland, it sat in the garage at the other house. She's been sitting here for a while. I was ready for the worst. All I gave her a little spritz and a little bit of care, a little finesse when I pulled that line off. We were lucky. So, guys, there's definitely something to be said about these California cars. All right, let's throw a new one on. A lot of newer cars, there'll be studs sticking out, which makes it a little bit easier, I guess, but 60s hardware, guys. Robust. Robust or robust? That's what I meant. Okay. Let me clean that off a little better. Shall we go? Who ran this wire like this? What an idiot! Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Right tool for the right job. You don't see that around here very often, huh? right. Installed. You hear it all the time, right? California car, this and that. Guys, there is something to be said about it. This Master Cylinder, which I can verify has been there since 2013, there's no evidence that it was really ever replaced, to be honest with you. With the mileage on it, and actually, what am I even talking about? I have a notebook inside the glove box that has all the maintenance done on it since the 90s, I believe. Never been changed. So it took me 8 minutes and 28 seconds to pull that thing off, guys. And that was going back and forth to the toolbox because you guys know I'm not always the most feng shui with all that stuff. But yeah, 8 minutes, guys, to pull that thing off. Less than 4 minutes to put it back on. Because, I mean, I got it. It's very simple stuff, guys. It's primitive, right? One line, got it. But when the bolts don't want to come out, it don't matter how many lines. If you got one that don't want to come out, you'll be there all day. We saw it. Suburban was at 89. And guys, we fought it because it was, you know, East Coast vehicle. Man, Bryce might be onto something out there in Arizona. You got room out there, brother? I might be heading out because, man, I got spoiled for a while, guys, working on East Coast, or I'm sorry, West Coast stuff. And, well, I give them guys a hard time, but the left coast definitely got that going on. That being said, that's all we're doing on this thing right now because it's about 1,000% humidity. And that's not even the number one reason. The number one reason, for real, is it's Sunday night, Mother's Day. And Megan's sitting up at the house. Figured probably, you know, should go do the right thing and hang out with her for a little while, you know? Which, I'm not a total jackass. We spent the day together, guys. But still, have I mentioned how cool she is? All right. I put some fluid in it. This way you don't let gravity bleed overnight. In theory, help out a little bit. Either way, we're going to bleed them before we take off. In fact, I think I just decided, yeah, I'm going to leave work early tomorrow to take care of that. Because I want to make sure it gets done. And I think maybe the only one that wants it done more than me is Megan. So she'll stop hearing me talk about it. Either way, we'll come down tomorrow. We'll fire it up, pull it out, bleed the brakes, most likely in that order. And you guys will be here to see it. See you guys tomorrow. Absolutely no bones about it. I suck at this YouTube thing because I definitely promised you guys you'd be here for it. With that guy, not a big deal. Guys, this thing just moved on its own power for the first time since I parked it here in January of 2019. And I set the camera up, and I apparently I didn't click record. So I suck. I apologize. It happened, I promise you. It fired right up, actually, too. So we're going to kind of get it moved. I'm going to, hopefully this is working. I'll check this and set the camera up, and you can actually see it move for the first time, like, well, the second time since 2019 under its own power. Move it forward. Whoa. Huh. Big ass snake. You motherfucker. Get up in here, right, dog? All right.
by the time we get out of here.
Just keep turning the wheel.
I don't want to hit anything, Sean.
I know
This is a
stop.
company car.
Dude, you got it. You clearly had it after the second.
Really? The 11-point turn?
You go. So the good news is the brake pedal magically came up. You gotta love this single cylinder stuff. The bad news is the 4-foot snake that was over there, he gone. Have I mentioned I don't like snakes? Yo, guys, like, for real, it was like right there, just kind of laying out there. At first, I thought it was a piece of weather stripping that came off one of these things. Apparently, weather stripping usually doesn't move. So it was right there, and now it's not. It's probably behind that Exxon sign. Guys, I'm not real crazy about snakes, so we're not going to mess with it. Just, hey, eat the mice. Leave me alone. All right, on to this guy. We got a good sticker on that one. Oh, man. This is probably the first time you've really seen the carnage. So it's always kind of like on a weird angle, but that's it. And all the parts, with the exception of the bed sides and the fenders. I'm gonna leave the fenders. Obviously, like, this is a little bad, huh? That's where the old stop sign got her. But they're up there in the loft. We'll leave them there. Bring right over here. What we got? Clearly that's the bed. I should probably tie this down, huh? It'd probably be fine. We got the door and all the other parts in here. There she goes, guys. Look at it. This is crazy. We got, that's it, guys. We actually got a brake pedal. And what's funny is we didn't bleed nothing. I filled this guy up, let it sit overnight, pumped it a whole bunch of times, let it sit, pumped it a whole bunch of times, kept filling it up. And I did not expect to have any brakes when I pulled it out of there. I was more thinking about that. That might have been why I screwed up the recording. Either way, then he just started working. The pedal just kept coming up and up and up, and I was like, sweet. So, battery's hooked up. We just topped this guy off. Good to go. We had a little slight leak. I think we're gonna be fine. This guy is legit. Yep. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Check the oil already. We're good to go there. Should probably put an air filter on it. I think we got one back here. And I'm gonna pull a wheel right quick and check the center bore on this thing because I got a set of wheels I'm thinking about. Honestly, guys, I was never super crazy about these. Somebody painted some wagon wheels to match the bumpers, and it's kind of cool. It matches the seat and all that, so it wasn't bad. They did those super dope lowerings. Check it out. You don't like this, guys? Yep, that's how it's lowered. I did not do it. It kind of handles like a front porch. It's got a nice stance. Not this side. It used to. Let me see if I got this thing over here. Ah, here we go. Yep. Edelbrock. To match the quadra junk carb. Sweet. All right, guys. I kind of forgot that when we tried to use this carb on that Oldsmobile, we switched some things around, right? And this stud right here is too short for that air filter. And that's the only air filter I got. So, not to worry, guys. I already checked with Dan over at DD Speed Shop. He said you don't need to worry about no air filters. And we know he always does the right thing. So, yeah, not worried about that. Let me yank this wheel off right quick just so I can go ahead and double check the center bore. And we're ready to go. I should actually probably put those guys in the Tundra. This makes sense. All right, guys, we're actually up here for the first time since we moved in. And away we go. We got Megan following us in the Tundi there. The wheels rubbing. Yep, it's our bullet. It's gonna be alright. Guys, I have not driven this thing on the road since we moved here in January of 2019.
Take the next right on.
Andrew will block that out so nobody doesn't know where we live or how to get to this guy's place. I'm sure he'll do that. Alright, I gotta put you down for a minute here, guys. Alright, guys, either I've gotten spoiled or this thing's gotten a little worse, but it is all over the road. I get it. It's been sitting for a long time. 7-ish years. Driven twice in that time. Since I got here, I drove it home from the towing company fiasco and then to the house when we moved. And now here. And I mean, honestly, guys, she drives like a 65 C10 with heated up coil springs and whatever else. Just got Megan back there. Can you see her? There she's back there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good stuff, guys. And we're getting close to Joe's place. Hopefully, if we're doing this right, Megan's got some footage back there, and it's working out. But I got a shift, and I only got 2 hands, so we'll bring it back in a little bit. All right, so truck is dropped off. Joe is looking forward to it. He had 2 other Chevys in the shop to move, a square body and a 51. Those are pretty cool. But he said I can go by and visit her whenever I want. And he just did a 66 big back window, so it's fresh in his mind. That truck came out amazing, so I know the right guy's got it. Megan's recording. Say hi, Megan.
What's up?
I thought you were gonna say hi, Megan. Oh, anyways,
Why are you calling your truck a girl? You've always said it was a guy.
I go back and
You
forth.
said it was a dude.
Well, dude, trucks are always dudes.
But you just called it a she. I don't want to say something that's going to get me in trouble.
Oh, nowadays, it depends on how the mood strikes. Okay?
It's fluid.
It's got a lot of fluid. Brakes were awesome riding over here.
You were doing about 70 and your speedometer said you were doing 45?
I was saying 45.
Yeah.
So that explains why she was kind of over the road, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, down like right here you were doing like 70.
It never went over 45. So, but, I mean, for a truck that was smashed and then sat in the shop, I started it once a couple of years ago. I started it right before I went to Jersey, and I started it up last night just to make sure it was going to start. And that thing fired right up. It's still got the same gas in it from, was it 2017? 2018? Something like that. So, all these, oh, you can't run on varnish. It smells terrible. And it ran, 10 miles, we just drove it.
Not even.
Didn't miss a beat. Thing ran great. Plenty of power, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm happy. I think I said it earlier, the only one happier than me is probably Megan,
Yep.
because she doesn't have to hear about my truck just being in the corner. She's probably not going to be happy for the next 2 months or so while Joe's fixing it, because I'm going to be talking about it all the time. So, just so you know. But we're gonna sign off for now, and what they say, guys. If you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. And sometimes that work is getting somebody that's better at it than you are to do the work.
Yep.
Because I've been coming up with lame ass plans for the last couple of years,
Yep.
and secret to being good, guys. Know your limits. And anything to sign out there, babe?
I'm just happy I got Chaff to go for dinner.
We did get Chaz to go for dinner. We're gonna go do that. Thanks for watching, guys.